And there was a lady that's like sat there, like talked with a very strong Long Island accent.
I don't think she liked us.
I don't think she particularly liked all the kids running in, but I do know she sold my friend packs of cigarettes for her mother.
I can't do the Long Island accent anymore.
That's a little bit strong now. What was your favorite candy when you were growing up? Joanne?
I think a Snickers, and I didn't get a
Ooh.
Snickers.
I
They're
gotta
still around, though.
I gotta say, Joanne and I were talking about nostalgic candy, things that we really loved back in the 80s and 70s. And
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Reese's Pieces. Sorry, go ahead.
but we winded up going to stores and finding stuff. Actually, you found stuff. I winded up going to some vintage, retro store and I took some videos. So I'll stick some stuff in here. But first off, tell us in the comments what was your favorite candy growing up? Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already.
I did get these at a vintage store as well.
Oh,
It was a historical one, and they had candies from the 1900s, and it went all the way to present day, which was, well, not present day, probably the 70s.
so here's my question. What was your favorite candy when we were little kids? So here's a story. When we were growing up, there was a street in our town, Washington Avenue, and we would go up Washington Avenue to the candy store, which was a corner store on a strip mall that actually was like an old-fashioned soda pop place where they had the little spinning seats and they had the countertop and you can get a eclair and whatever, I don't
Did you
know,
ever get one?
egg cream, I think it was, and they had even a phone booth in there that would shut, and it had a it had a white
Phone
pages
book?
there. So it was called phone book. It was like almost like from the 50s or something. But when you first walked in, there was this like slanted tray or something slanted
You see them at
shelving,
the bodegas a lot
and they would
in New
have
York.
like levels. On the bottom was the cheapest candy, and as you went up was the more expensive candy. And then on the bar of where the woman used to sit.
I didn't know that. The
Oh,
cheap
yeah.
candies and
And then they had the jars that would have the really, really cheap candy that was only like a couple of cents per piece. And so
I didn't know that either.
and there was a lady that's like sat there, who like talked with a very strong Long Island accent.
I don't think she liked us.
I don't think she particularly liked all the kids running in,
Mm.
but I do know she sold my friend packs of cigarettes for her mother.
I can't do the Long Island accent anymore.
That's a little bit strong, that one.
I don't know.
Mm.
When I go home and, our family, I'm like, "Oh my god."
The funny thing is that my friend was telling me that yesterday I was talking to her and she said my accent came out in spades. She goes, "It must be because you're with your sister." And I said, "My sister does not have an accent anymore." However,
However,
when I start talking very strongly and passionately about something, my New York comes out in spades. So yeah, or talking to our family. But anyways, so that was our childhood memory is like collecting coins so we could go and get candy at the candy
well, if
store.
we went up to buy the newspaper, dad would give us money for a lollipop.
My
And
favorite was
wait,
the Red
it
Hots.
was about a mile away, and we started going when we were 5. I remember
We were
going
5.
by myself to buy a half gallon of milk.
That was at the
Was
deli,
that 5?
which was in the same
Yeah,
strip
yeah,
mall.
yeah, but you would stop and get a lollipop.
We had, so it wasn't, I'm sorry, it wasn't Red Hots, it was the Fireballs, which was probably a
Oh,
truck
'cause
choking
I
hazard.
got
Oh, Red Hots too. Oh. How many of you liked Red Hots? I have to say, I have, spoken to people that said that they could not handle them.
that
Wimps! The strong cinnamon taste is a little bit much. I wanna try one. I love the balls of the Fireballs because
yeah,
it's like
and the guy's hair.
but it's like well, that I think is like I forgot what that was called. The Fireballs, I just remember, like,
Oh,
the
you're right, 'cause it
explosion.
came later, those
Yeah,
yeah.
Airheads or something like that.
Warheads was
Warheads.
the old ones, and they have Warheads today, but it's a bit different.
Right, right. But the Fireballs, I used to love them, and I loved it when you first put it in your mouth. It was so strong, and you had to to get through that first layer, and then it, like, calms down, and then, like,
Yeah,
as you're
that
sucking
was
on
just
it, it gets
candy.
stronger. No, there's, like, another layer there
Do you remember Gobstoppers?
when it first
Gobstoppers?
came out.
Do they have them anymore?
I think they still do, I'm
They
not
were
really sure.
so when we were they were so big, you couldn't fit it in your mouth. You had to, like, lick on the side and yeah.
Yeah, I still like the Fireballs better.
Fireballs, yeah. I got to a point where it didn't.
See, in the jar, I like the Fireballs, and then the other 3 cent was the Bazooka Joes, where you kinda open up and had a comic in it.
Yes.
Yes. I like those
I
too.
think, and that probably ruined my teeth because it was sugar.
I know, right? And it would lose its flavor within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's like
that's
chewing
true.
on cud.
Do you remember it was better than, say, like
Hubba Bubba.
yeah, Bubblicious, I was thinking about, yes,
Mm.
Hubba Bubba and Bubblicious. I have seen Hubba Bubba, it's still
I
around.
used to love the packaging with the bubble lettering.
Mm,
It was so 80s.
it was, it was.
But it was cool. But, so Joanne brought the candy, so we figured we'd
I
try
did
some
get
stuff out.
one non-candy, and I'm dying to try it.
Should we do that first?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I grab it for you since you've got
Yes, let me
Penny.
put Penny
This
down.
Penny is
I'll put
in love with Joanne.
that
Which, by the
because
way, in case you
I'm a
haven't
sucker.
noticed, we're together today instead of being in 2 different
What?
states.
We
are?
show the packaging because it
There's
does look like
moon
the old packaging.
pies. Moon pies. How many of you,
She
liked
knows I
moon
have
pies?
food.
We did not get those too often.
Now, I will say this particular moon pie, I think, has 3 layers of cookies, and we used to get the ones with 2 layers. I'm not looking at it.
I don't remember us getting moon pies too
I
much.
do.
Do you?
Oh, well, oh, I forgot I have this in here.
Ooh! Iggly Chew. Okay, we'll get back to that. But moon pie,
I
I'm a little hungry, to be honest with you.
so I haven't had one in ages.
Are you doing ASMR?
This was $2.
Why does it say $2 on it?
Oh, I might have bought this at the
I know, right?
oh, this is the double decker.
You got a double decker.
I don't
don't
want
want a
to
double decker.
sleep yet for your kids. Although sorry, to try a double decker.
Okay. I remember the cookie part being a little bit more crisp or dry.
Oh,
Maybe
I
dry.
don't.
Yours
Well,
is
I haven't
softer.
tasted it yet.
I mean, it's still dry. You know what would be really good on this? Some like caramel in here.
Like fake chocolate
Yeah.
or really cheap chocolate.
I'm only going to take one more bite.
I remember peeling off the cookie and eating it.
So you can get to the marshmallow in them.
Yeah. Yep. I will say my daughter had one before we came over. That's why it was open before I came here. And she said that I don't like marshmallow when it's not toasted. And I was like,
Can you imagine toasting that? I wonder if anyone's ever done that.
we have a box. I'll have to try it.
Mm. But the I don't even know what brand we used to get.
The chocolate reminds me of like Ringdings chocolate. I'm
Or
trying to think of
Yodels.
marshmallow. Yeah. Or
Yodels.
Yodels.
I actually feel like Yodels was a little bit more crisper chocolate.
Yeah, that marshmallow's not too bad.
No, the marshmallow's not too bad. The chocolate's not great.
Chocolate's terrible. I don't even know if it's chocolate. Okay.
Joy's like, one more bite, one more bite.
I'm mildly
So
hungry.
should we pick up the? I feel like we'll have to hold off on the bubble gum because that's like a last thing.
Mhm.
But I want to try the Red Hots.
Mhm.
Yay! I really love the Red
Handful,
Hots,
handful.
which is sugar and corn syrup. Should we tell you what it says in here?
It says it's cinnamon, but I think it's cinnamon flavored.
Oh, smell.
What? Whenever they say, "Look at the color, bright red."
Yeah, I'm gonna show. Ah,
Whenever, it says cinnamon flavor, I'm like, "Okay, there's no cinnamon in this."
I feel like the color is a brighter red than it used to be.
Like, you know that chocolate syrup? It says genuine chocolate flavor, which means there's no chocolate in it.
Okay, now maybe when we were kids,
That's how I used to eat them.
I remember the center having a little bit of a chewiness to it.
Mhm.
This does not.
Mm.
This is a little bit more crisp.
I might have to spit these out then.
We don't have it. Well, you only have my napkin,
Mhm.
but yeah, I forgot how saliva producing it is,
Mm.
which
Mhm.
might be problematic when you're doing a video.
Yep.
Joanne, as she starts drooling red down the side of her face. Good times. I enjoy these. I like that it tells you it's 60 calories per serving, but there's 10 servings in here. My
Still a
God.
little chewy, but yeah, it used to be chewier.
Mm. Yeah, I don't see anything on here that says cinnamon. But really, is it cinnamon?
No, it's the cinnamon flavor.
Mm. Yeah, but
They can mimic flavors.
that's just weird.
Why? I don't know.
No, why not just use cinnamon? Maybe because it doesn't
Although,
the heat.
I was gonna say, I never got this kind of heat from cinnamon, and I like cinnamon. I used to oh, that one was crunchy. Do you think the plane could have
I'm gonna ruin my teeth.
oh, I don't
I'm gonna
know.
put this
I'm
down.
brushing my
I'm gonna
teeth
have
right afterwards.
more after. I'll put this aside. What do you want to give next?
Okay.
All right, I got one that is just so wrong.
Ah! They banned them now.
How can they ban them? You got it. Oh, these are the bubblegum ones.
No, I think that's a stick.
Oh,
Take
bubblegum.
it
See,
back.
bubblegum.
They used to sell them in sticks and
Candy
bubble
stick,
gum.
and there would be a little red tip. Let's see how these are.
But the bubblegum ones were fun because you could like do a smoke. But they
Oh,
stopped
these are a
selling
little
them.
different. You want to smoke?
Yeah, these look like the ones I.
Look at them.
And then you used to see, and then this is the tip, and you would go.
You're
Did
blowing
you
on
see
it?
it? Yeah,
No, nothing
'cause
came out.
nothing came out. That sucks.
I think that was the candy ones. Do you guys remember if it
No,
was the candy ones or it was the bubblegum ones?
no, because the candy ones. How do you smoke it?
Does it say on here?
Oh, look. See, when you open it up, there's no powder.
Sure.
So you used to can open it up and they would have powder on here. I think it was flour. I don't think it was even sugar. And then when it would puff out. Wow, that's a little disappointing.
I don't remember it having a wrapper either.
Oh, it smells like bazooka.
I just remember. Oh. I just remember the candy ones because sometimes they were broken and they always had a red tip
Yeah.
and they were white.
So it looks like you're.
Yeah. And I could have sworn
I used to pretend it too.
at like 5.
And that's why they stopped selling it.
Mm.
But you know what? I never took up smoking. Just
I did.
you think it was from this?
No,
Yeah.
no, it definitely was not from candy. But I was gonna say and I could maybe my memory's faulty. Again, if you remember these candy cigarettes, tell me. I remember like Joanne of a smoke, like a candy puff powder coming out. Was that from the candy ones? Was there like a hole or something in there? Because it wasn't wrapped in
I think
anything.
it came from the I'm pretty confident it was. I would bet on it. That's how confident I am. That was from the bubble gum.
The only thing I keep thinking is that like
How would it
we
work on the candy?
because we were children and had really extraordinary imaginations. And maybe we were like, I could see the smoke.
I remember going, "How does that work? That's magic." And taking it apart because that is one thing I might have been oblivious to a lot of things, but when I wanted to figure something out, I pulled it apart until I understood.
Well, that was a dud. I mean, it wasn't because it was, like, cool seeing it.
Yeah, you haven't seen those
Yeah.
things in a long time.
Alright, you gotta choose next.
Okay, I wanna choose one that I never had as a kid because it was considered fancy.
What is it?
It's a
A
coconut.
three-color coconut.
Do you remember seeing this? This
I
was
remember seeing it. It's
the
from Candy Farm here, so you can see it.
I wanna eat this whole thing, it's so addicting.
Really? The moon pie?
Yeah,
That's funny.
I know.
At the end, Joanne, at the end. We've got more to do.
I don't eat sugar often. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And this is a packet of just a bunch of things.
Oh,
Uh,
I see something in there now. So
I'm gonna
coconut. But I think
I
it's
only bought
funny
one of
that they
these.
have flavors. It's like
Well, it's
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan, yeah. Taste it, you gotta like coconut.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like coconut.
It just tastes like coconut, nothing else. Not chocolate
Like a
coconut.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that they say strawberry vanilla chocolate.
Mm.
I enjoy it.
I like
Delightful.
coconut.
I'm not hating on it. I'm waiting for the strawberry because strawberry is a strong flavor.
I mildly taste a strawberry
Mm.
flavor.
I feel like I can almost smell it.
Still like the moon pie better.
Yeah, I'm not tasting it.
Yeah. I like coconut, but that was just
Okay. I see it in this package, so there's a package here that doing. Oh my god!
tell me it was there's
on the
2 of them
floor.
I see. One, I got this because my father loved was it Bit of Honey or Mary Jane's? I think I loved the Mary Jane's, but he loved Bit of Honey. He talked about it a lot. And this is, why I couldn't find it separately. It came in this little they call it a grandma's purse.
That I just opened and
Oh, by the way, it this candy came from I had to pay for it. This is a True Treats candy, and I just let you clean it up.
no,
Thank you.
I'm also the one that dropped it all. I'm gonna be
Oh,
finding
this was
candy
the
for
other
weeks.
reason I got it.
Okay.
Next,
So I'm gonna choose the do we have 2 Bit of Honey? Yes, we do. So Bit of Honey. So the funny thing is that this is like either candy that you hated or you loved. Like, it's kind of funny, and I feel like it's a generation before us, but it definitely was there.
yes, does say it. I got it in this little packet that says Grandma's purse. So.
And I feel like we have to try the Mary Janes afterwards because I feel like they're the same.
No, it had a little peanut butter in the middle. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You're gonna break my fillings.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember it being not a very strong flavor. Tastes like nougat.
Yeah, I don't remember. Dentist is gonna. I can't bring you up. There's too much food.
Penny, that's enough.
Sorry,
Get down.
but you'll pick me up, won't you?
Come here, Penny.
Won't you?
Big baby. Sorry. My dog is needy today.
We have
She's also in love with my sister, so needy. But
not entirely. I pick her up and then she looks at mom. Look, she picks me up.
she picks me up. It's 'cause I feel like you're not getting picked up. All right, Mary Jane. Okay.
I loved these as a kid. That Bit of Honey was good. It's just like you said, it will kill my teeth. What?
It had no flavor.
I tasted it.
I mean, it had flavor, but not much.
Well, it's Bit of Honey. You're just tasting honey.
It's just a bit of honey.
just a bit. What the other stuff is, we don't know.
But I remember Mary Jane's looking at the wrapper, the little girl in it. Now, here's my question. Is she in a dress or does she have an inner tube? You tell me.
always thought it was a dress. I never thought.
It must be a dress because she's wearing a little hat, but it does feel like she's wearing an inner tube around her.
It does.
I'm a fan of peanut butter. Well, it definitely has a peanut butter flavor.
Yeah, it used to have peanut butter in the center.
I don't remember that.
I do taste the peanut butter flavor, but yeah.
And again, for some reason as a kid, I have a recollection of it being a stronger flavor.
Hmm.
But
I don't like this. I loved it as a kid. Loved it.
I did too. Go figure.
As I go off screen so I can spit it out. Like I said, my dentist is gonna. What the hell?
Yeah, we'll put
What
that
are you
down.
doing?
Your turn. Okay, that's got to be a favorite. How many of you love Pop Rocks?
You can still find these. Not all.
Yeah, I know, but it's like not something we have to do the put it in your mouth and go and let it crackle. ASMR.
Okay.
Gotta get some spit in our mouth. Go get some.
I want to make sure you crackles.
All right.
Grape flavor. I hope you like grape.
Gotta get some spit in my mouth. Right?
I always like kind of biting them as they crackle. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was delightful. I taste the grape.
I feel like I'm 10 again. And then, okay, when I was a kid, there was that rumor that the kid from is it the Life commercial, Mikey? There's that whole rumor where they said, oh, well, he took Pop Rocks and mixed it with and drank soda with it and he died.
What?
You don't remember that?
No!
It's not true. But like, yeah, I remember that. Okay, maybe that was just our school or my class.
Well, if you heard it, put it in the comments.
Maybe we're the only idiots.
I remember the
Oh, I want to do that again, but we'll do it later.
I like the grape.
That was fun.
Mm.
I like that. Still popping here and there.
I was gonna say, unless you rinse it out, you'll feel popping for
Like in the back of my jaw.
because the little ones get caught in the teeth.
Right? Okay, so I have to say, the candy I was going to grab is one that I actually hated as a kid. And that was these.
No.
The strawberries. Not that it like, I'm trying to remember why. Because here's the thing, what we don't have here, for some reason it reminded me of that, and I'm definitely going to
I'm
split this
actually
out.
starting to have a hot flash in not hot a flashback, and you're right. I did because it tasted like watermelon, not strawberry.
I don't know.
But I like the jelly in the middle.
Yes, I did like the jelly in the middle. I just didn't like the hard part. But what this reminds me of is another candy that I never liked, but I know it's a fan favorite for a lot of people. Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers would like tear up my tongue.
It's fine. It tastes like sugar with a little bit of flavoring. It's just, I could sit here and suck on it all day and get to the jelly part. And we should have brought a bag.
We have the bag, but yeah. Your turn.
I'm dying to try these.
Okay.
Gordon's never heard of these.
Okay, I'm going to show the package. Has everybody heard of these? How has your husband never heard of these?
I was shocked too.
Sugar babies.
Well, of course, he doesn't get into the sugar like we do.
So,
he wasn't brought up on sugar.
How many of you remember that they used to be in the shape of a child or a baby? cannibalism.
Sleepy Baby. I thought that was creepy.
Sleepy Baby?
They always seem to have the eyes closed to me.
Maybe. I mean, I imagine it was always like a shape of a baby. I remember the line to separate the legs.
Yeah, it's not that
It didn't look
anymore.
like a real baby, but now it's just,
It's
rounded
like
stuff. But I used to love these. They're like a caramel kind of flavor.
yeah, I thought it was creepy eating it as a baby. Um, it's like a jelly bean, a brown sugar, jelly bean.
Mm. Oh, I like this though.
It's all right.
I love caramel. And this has like a caramel.
Oh, you think it has a caramel flavor?
Yeah, wouldn't you? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it does more than I thought it would.
I mean, there's nothing in here that would give me indication. Oh yeah. Soft milk caramel covered with candy coating.
I was wrong. I told my husband it tasted like brown sugar. Clearly, I don't remember. That's all right. Still like my moon pie better. I'll put that there
No, it's enjoyable. I like that.
so I can have moon pie.
Um, mm. Sorry. Now, there's a candy in here that is not in its original package. Oh, look at that. I
Oh,
was thinking this.
yes.
It's not in its package, but I think most of you know it. Do you remember Necco's, where it was in that long package and they're all rolled up? They gave us a little tiny.
I refused to buy the big long thing because I hated them so much that I went, I can't buy the full thing. So, like I said, I found this little packet, grandma's purse.
So here's the funny thing. I like that it's grandma's purse because
Tasted
grandma
like
always has some kind of candy in her purse.
back then. Today they don't. I'm
Oh,
happy to
I
say.
always try to have candy in my purse, but I try not to give it to strange children.
Try not to.
I give them to adults. Like, do you want a piece of it? Would you like a mint?
That's true. You
I
gave me a
do.
mint
Yeah.
yesterday.
All right. Opening.
I have
now,
ginger candies in my purse.
Joanne and I were raised Catholic. So you know where I'm going there if you were raised Catholic. The amount of times
I
when,
don't think I
because,
like
you
that
know, there
flavor.
was 10 brothers and sisters or 11 kids altogether. And I remember that we had to practice for our first communion.
It says Necco on it.
And we would do Body of Christ.
Amen.
And like there was the whole concept of like you could get it that way. Or you go, I'm going to put it on the tongue. But I remember you always being the priest. Body of Christ. This tastes a lot better though than Eucharist.
I remember. It could be our taste buds change.
No, this tastes better than Eucharist.
I actually like the flavor of the Eucharist.
It's like paste.
Sure.
Were you one of those kids that ate paste?
We went to
I mean, no judgment.
we went to where they made the Eucharist. Did you do that on a field trip?
Yes, but I feel like I blocked a lot of it out.
I don't remember much.
Were there
but
nuns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was all nuns. But so, you know, the Eucharist is a circle, and then they had the outer edge, and I can't imagine we bought it because our family was broke, but they would give us the you know how like when you stamp up a cookie dough with a cookie cutter and you have that extra dough,
Mhm.
they would give us the extra Eucharist, but they said it was okay to give it because it wasn't
Blessed.
right. And I used to eat it. I liked it. I also remember going to church.
Oh no.
I think of funny guys. I would take it and I would go back to the seat and take it out. Look, I seen it.
And I remember Dad going, "Joanne, put it back for the milk."
I used to take it home with me. And when they came, because you know they didn't always do this when they put it in.
Oh yeah. No,
They-
that was later.
Yeah. When they did that, that was even score, because you know it melts in your mouth sometimes. funsies.
I remember going up and they say "Body of Christ" and then saying, "Thank you."
Who said thank you?
Me. And then that whole horrified look.
Yeah, this is not good.
Right.
This is licorice.
So I'm picking up something here that I've never tried or seen, but we're gonna assume that you guys might have. Do you remember this? It's called Chico Stick.
It sounds familiar, but
It
no, I
sounds
don't
like
think
it
so.
should be chickens, which is why it intrigues me.
Chicken flavor?
But that would be exciting. But it says it is a crunchy peanut butter and toasted coconut candy.
Oh, that sounds good.
But it is called Chick-O Stick. Have any of it like this might be from an area that we're not from?
You're saying as if they're gonna respond and say,
well, you
"Oh yes, I
might.
did."
I'm going to assume you were sitting here with us and
not-
trying it out.
We're not live anymore.
No,
yeah.
but I'm going to talk to them like they are because they're here trying it with us.
These
I don't know.
historical places.
So when I
are-
open it up, this is what it looks like.
I want to bite. You can take the first one.
It looks kind of gross.
Family germs.
Oh, it's crispy.
I told you it sounds good.
It's crispy. Let me show you.
Cellophane.
Ray has really impeccable timing. Okay, so it's crispy on the inside.
It tastes familiar, but it's sticking to my teeth like you wouldn't believe.
Butter Crunch or what was that? What is that candy bar called?
No, it's Butter Crunch. Not Clark Bar.
Is it Clark? No,
Oh.
Clark had caramel and peanuts. What was the candy bar that had chocolate on the outside and then had like almost like a cookie, but not cookie? It was like a dehydrated
Just
peanut
go
butter.
away. I think it was a Clark Bar.
But when and it would get stuck on your teeth.
No wonder we have cavity problems. Holy cow. You can't even dissolve it.
All right, I'm looking up Clark bar.
My mom loved Clark bars, and we used to buy her a lot of Clark bars. There was also Baby Ruth, but it's not. Baby Ruth had the nugget and the peanut butter and the chocolate. I didn't see many chocolate bars at the historical place we went to.
Yeah, this is stuck in my teeth.
I know. Like I
Holy
said, I'm
moly.
drinking the water to.
Clark bar. Is it? No, that's like a creamy thing, isn't it? No, it's a cookie crumble. You're right. So it is a cookie. Okay, yeah, real peanut butter, milk chocolate.
Point for Joanne.
Joanne was right, and I should have listened.
Yeah.
Should have listened. All right, you pick.
All right. This came when we were older.
Yes.
Oh, so you've had it.
When I was a kid, yeah. But
I
like,
had
really-
it when I went away. I think I was in college, Cowtails. I liked it. I saw it
I was in
there,
high school. I
Okay.
remember trying it.
and I was thinking, I just want it because I like these.
And I only had it because my friend's mom got it for us. And it was like,
I got it through a friend too. I never.
and it's like a caramelish kind of flavor on the outside, and on the inside, it's supposed to be like a milk. But really, I
Right,
don't
it's like-
think it is.
It's like confectionate sugar
Yeah, that's white.
because
So
it's soft.
it's stuck to the packaging.
It's
That's
like
okay.
a frosting. I'm gonna choke on it. Yeah, it tastes like a frosting. I don't like it anymore. It just goes to show how little sugar I eat now.
Now,
Is it weird? It saddens me that I don't like it. I love this stuff.
I didn't. I mean, I thought it was fine, but I don't even remember it.
I gotta
Well,
clean off
what's
my
the-
teeth? Excuse me.
What's the chances that they changed the flavor of stuff? Because here's another one that I'm going to pick up that is
Yeah, but
similar but different.
but
Do you remember these? Because it is like the cow tail kind of thing, but it has a different vibe to it.
but it also can be.
Our palate.
Yeah, I know we eat.
This is a little
I
bit
want to get to
more.
the center, but I don't want to eat.
This is called goatsy. Bullseyes. Caramel creams.
Almost like a
This doesn't stick in your teeth as much, though.
no, but it tastes harder. A
More
cream
waxy.
actually more waxy, yeah. I like the cream in the center better. Okay, I'm gonna spit that out too. Excuse me.
I might have to do that.
I'm gonna be shaking on sugar soon. I'm not joking. I do get
Have you ever
this.
taken, like, bites of it?
Do you love it when you watch the UK eating American candies or something like that?
I feel like I have to have a Red Hot to cleanse my palate.
I didn't know you liked the Red Hots that much. No thanks. I already took a mouthful.
They make me feel better. Grounded, more grounded.
So this was in that
Mm.
it's gum, so
Juicy fruit. Now, is juicy fruit the one that used to have the zebra of different colors?
oh, maybe.
Remember that the logo had a zebra?
Right.
Let me look that
What's
up.
that?
Because, yeah, juicy fruit zebra.
I remember
Yes.
tasting it
Oh, no,
at
that was Fruit Stripes.
Oh, yeah.
Fruit Stripes.
But I would take the gum and smell it. Do you want a half? Or do you wanna get your own? It's in there.
I'll take half. Oh, shit.
It's
no.
just paper. It's
Oh.
just paper.
Penny will eat paper.
Well, but throwing it in my mouth, I remember folding it as you put it in your mouth. I enjoyed that. Oh,
Okay, so this is,
this is soft. This is nice gum. It has kind of a lemony flavor.
I can't tell because I'm eating a lot of flavors. But
That's
but
why you bring the water.
I will say this, I can already taste it, the flavor declining.
You did say that one.
Most of them were like that.
And it has though that I want to say chalkiness.
They always did. Like they coated them in powder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I'm going to say is back then, all of the gums had sugar in it. Mine still has flavor. Pretty strong. But all of them had sugar in it. You couldn't get sugar-free gum. I remember Wrigley's sugar-free gum came out in a big commercial. It was a big deal. And I think again that probably ruined our teeth.
They all did.
It's amazing I have teeth.
So we have a bunch of random like sucky candies,
Sucky.
but I wouldn't necessarily, you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not going to necessarily just like, we all love the butterscotches, which I loved butterscotch growing up. This one, I don't know.
Oh, that's a mint. Chocolate
Is it
mint.
a mint? A
Yeah, I've
chocolate
had that.
mint.
It's good. That's relatively recent.
And then,
I
of
thought.
course, the green balls, the sour balls.
Where back
These
in
I
the
liked.
Is that the
Root
barrel?
beer.
Root beer barrel?
Root beer barrels.
Oh, I love
them.
them.
We have to try them.
Okay.
We
That was
spit it
my
out, but that
favorite.
was
I will
enjoyable.
spit it out.
But
I thought I was a pirate by eating these.
I feel like Dad
See if you
promoted
look
that.
at it. Oh, maybe. I can see that. See, it looks like a barrel.
Doesn't taste like root beer.
Your taste buds are dead. I taste it. I love it.
I don't taste it at all.
Are you sure you got it?
Yes.
You feel the ridges?
I feel the ridges, but it doesn't taste like root beer.
All right, rinse your mouth out with some water. Like, give your mind. We're not 10 anymore. I do like it, but again, I shouldn't have that much sugar.
Wow. Okay, I think let's finish
get
this
to do
off
this
with
one.
the big one, which is Big League Chew. And Big League Chew is a big deal.
Lift it up.
Oh, sorry. When we were kids, like this was like a big deal. One, mom and dad really didn't like us getting like bubble gum.
Yeah, because it got into the carpet.
Yeah. And also I think the teeth thing too.
Because then the hard candies, she shouldn't like us out.
Oh, the smell.
Oh, that's nice.
So, so you can see
I don't remember smelling that.
it's that stringy stuff. And like, I do remember some kids, not me, well, maybe I did at one point. They would take it and they would stuff it in their gum like they were getting like chew.
Oh, like back then, the baseball players, particularly the pitchers, would chew tobacco, and so this is supposed to be like that. That's why it's Big League Chew.
And the irony of that is that like the cigarettes would come out of favor, but like the Big League Chew was perfectly fine.
And I used to think the baseball players was chewing this, and that's why they brought it out to us. But then I realized they're spitting, and they're spitting brown stuff, and then I found out it was tobacco.
Why do I feel like
Well,
this
damn
guy should
drooling.
be a particular player? I don't think it is because it looks like it's a whole bunch of, excuse me, different sports teams on the helmet to make
Woo!
one symbol.
See, this reminds me of Bubblicious.
Couldn't blow a bubble.
I'm gonna try.
That's hard.
Certain gums you can't. This might be one of them.
Or should be. But sometimes you need a big water gum.
Mm.
Kind of small. Then we used to have competitions to see how big we can get the bubble.
Mm.
But I think you gotta like have a lot.
And Hubba Bubba and Bubblicious were best for that.
Broke too easily. Broke too easily.
Did you used to crack your gum? I didn't. It used to drive people nuts. I didn't know it. Gordon's like, but you said that! I don't chew gum anymore.
Yeah.
Teeth.
Remember when we would just blow spit bubbles and go, Mom, Mom.
That's how I taught my kids to say ma.
Mom.
Because they learned dad first. Da, 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 da.
It's amazing Mom didn't kill us as babies.
I would agree with that.
I remember we'd be in our bedrooms like for nighttime sleep time and everything. And then we would all decide.
Oh my God.
There'd be that one kid that be crying for mom, and then all of us would be going, Mom. I know it's in our bedroom. We could have at any given time 4 or 5 kids in one bedroom. All of us going, Mom. And then we try to encourage the boys on the other side of the hallway to do it too.
Wasn't why we had a brother sleep in the room with us when they were babies.
I think we did James at one point.
I remember James.
Yeah, like it was in a crib or something. Then that passed. That's why we had 5 at one point. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
No, I'm like, I think we're done here, guys. I think we're done. I'm like looking like, where do I spit this out? We're just gonna sit here and end this podcast. Good Lord.
Subscribe. Hit the button. Hit the button.
I gotta put it in my group of like disposed of candy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Woo! So we're gonna go run around the block a few times and expend some of this sugar.
I want to eat a double decker.
If we haven't mentioned the candy that you really love growing up, like give us we didn't really do a lot of chocolate. I'm shocked that you didn't get
They
more
didn't
chocolate.
have it where I
that's
was.
right.
They didn't have chocolate candy bars. They had a Charleston Chew, but all I kept thinking was
remember
my
Charleston
teeth, my
Chews.
teeth. But then I ended up with I only got this one for the Necco because that was clearly, but it just reminded me of Dad.
I like the Snickers. And I remember when we were really little, they were 25 cents, and that was expensive, and then they went to 50 cents, and then they eventually went to a dollar. Um,
I don't know what they
and
are
that was
today.
just very expensive.
And they were, yeah.
And then, um, whatchamacallits, just because it was a stupid name.
Oh, no, they were good. They had that crackle, the like crispy rice in them,
I like the Clark bars.
opening up the bit of honey and making sure there was nothing inside of it. There
There's
isn't.
nothing. I like the Clark bars.
Yeah. Well, that stuck to your teeth, but I like them
There was a
too.
whatchamacallit, but what else was there? There was something
There's
that was
Baby Ruth.
Baby
There's
Ruth.
actually Mars bar, but I found out it's a British candy bar, and I didn't know that because as I got older, I was like, "Oh, you don't see Mars bars anymore." But I found it in the British section of our supermarket. I was like,
Reese's
"Oh,
Pieces, the first time I ever had that was to go and see E.T.
ET." Yeah, ET made it big.
So and I was
First
in
product placement, you think?
right? I think it might have been because originally it was M&M's, that's what the story was written about, and M&M's refused to, allow their product to be used, and Reese's said, "We'll do it." And
You think
so the
M&M's
story
regret?
goes I would imagine so because Reese's Pieces was like a big deal when we were kids.
Oh, yeah, they were really good. I don't
Mm,
like them
I
anymore,
don't
but I
mind them.
heard they changed the peanut butter, recipe. And weren't you the one who told me? And then their son came out and
Right.
said, "You should be using real peanut butter." Recently. It was one of my kids.
I've
If it was
heard
a
this
guy.
story, but I don't know enough about it to have told you. It must have been your kids.
Yeah, and he changed the recipe. He's like, "You're right," and changed the recipe. Now I don't know the exact, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on anything, as I often say,
Because
but
we know nothing.
hit the subscribe. Bing, 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 bing.
Yes,
Subscribe.
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 Press the little belly thingy. And if you didn't check out our lives last week where Joanne was here or is here,
I'm not
um,
anymore when
we've
this
already done one live where we talked a little bit about astrology and just life and setting intentions. And tomorrow we're probably, well, you'll see. Go on the lives and go take a
Yeah.
look. We'll make sure we put something in the title that
I
you can
wish I
see.
could have told them the story of what happened on Friday.
It's hard.
It's hard when other people are involved.
Mm.
Yeah.
We can't we like to gossip, but we can't gossip too much.
Not on the socials because it can hurt people.
Mm. And that's not our intention.
Yeah, socials are a weapon for many people.
Not us. Okay. Bye, guys.